I believe the purpose of life is to live. I believe we are free to live as we desire. I believe we create ourselves in our own image. I'm an American writer, but until now I have written and published mainly in German. I grew up in Hawaii, but I live in Berlin. I came to Germany as a Mormon missionary, but I left the church and wrote a book about it, Losing My Religion. I love the movies, but I write novels, mostly in German. Now I am returning to my mother tongue, English. I studied the literature of the Middle Ages, my first love, but I write about politics and philosophy. I like cats, so sometimes I write about cats. To answer the question, do cats have souls? I first had to find out if humans have souls, and if so, what is a soul? I found answers to these questions. They're in the book. Do cats have souls? Gracian's The Art of Worldly Wisdom is a 400-year-old book, but is still the truest book ever written about success. This book changed my life. I love this book so much. I edited it to make it slightly more modern, to make it slightly more readable, so everyone can read the book. And I believe everyone who wants to achieve something in life should read this book.
The classic anthology, 101 Famous Poems, is probably America's favorite book of poetry.
This is not poetry about a nation's discontents and anxieties. It's about strength, achievement, and values. For the video series, The Wisdom of 101 Famous Poems, I have recorded each poem and let it inspire me to write an essay. For 101 poems, 101 thoughtful essays. Wisdom for the Rest of Us is a podcast that accompanies me on my journey in search of wisdom. After living in Germany for 30 years, I am still very much an American. However, I see America differently than most Americans see themselves. When you grow up in one culture and move as an adult to another culture, when you live for 30 years in both cultures, you begin to see that most people in both cultures view themselves in ways that you can only call bullshit. For the video series, America Without the Bullshit, I picked out 24 subjects of how Americans and non-Americans see America and what they get wrong. From racism to capitalism, from guns to the death sentence, from fast food to the electoral system. And I set the record straight. I've lived in Germany and spoken German for some 30 years now. And let me tell you the best thing about the German language. The best thing about Germany. It's the words. Mystical, philosophical, true, funny, ironical, paradoxical. These are words that describe accurately and with a certain flair the world in which we live. Everyone should have these words in their language, and if they don't have them, they should still know what these words are. I have written all my life. I have studied writing all my life. And now I also teach writing, creative writing, in German and in English. In my course and in my video series, The 13 Principles of Anglo-American Storytelling, I explain what makes the tradition of storytelling in the English language world so different, so special, so successful, and so great. In my video series, The Rules of Writing, I explore what great writers have written about writing. In my video series, Writing on the Weekend, each Saturday morning, live, I discuss some topic, some theme, some question, some tip, or some trick that has popped up teaching writing during the week. I do this not only because these are important things to think about for writers, but because those of us who write always need encouragement, motivation, and inspiration. Because writing is a sacred act. My name is E.T. Hansen. E stands for Eric, and I'm also known as Grumpy Old Writer. You can call me Grumpy.